Good morning, stamping friends. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for joining me today. Well, this week is our last week of our 6 weeks of birthday projects, so I'm excited to share with you the final project. I think you're going to like it. It's a really cute set that we're working with. Also, I'm going to share with you what my online card club got last month in March, and so it's just really been a fun adventure doing this online card club. I really love prepping for it, and for April, I'll share with you the bundle that we're going to be using. And I encourage you, if you haven't tried it, to just give it a try 1 month and see if you like it. I've had great feedback, and it's just really become an important part of my business. And so I'm so thankful for those of you who have already signed up, and I'm anxious to share with you. So let me turn the camera around and we will get started. Today is our last week of our 6 weeks of birthdays. I hope you have enjoyed this little adventure that we've been on. It's been really fun to create for these, and I want to thank Joey Hartman again for asking me to partner with her. Before I share with you today's project, I want to share with you some projects from my online card club. I know I talk about this a lot, but I just really want you guys to know that this is a great deal for you to get projects in your mailbox each month. You get 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each card, and each month I use a different bundle in the catalog. Now, for the March projects, they had a special treat because they got some hard to get products in with their kit. And I'm going to share with you what they received. Just to go over a little bit more here, I use a stamp setter bundle that's announced on the 25th of each month. And you'll also get $20 of Stampin' Up! Products, and those are going to be used on the projects that I have created for you. And there's an extra perk for people who stay with my club for 6 consecutive months. They get a bonus prize of $25 in product, and those went out for the first time this month. Well, actually in March, so last month. But I've been doing this 6 months, so they got their little special treat. It was so fun, and I really got great feedback. Unfortunately, I can't share it with you yet because the whole round hasn't gotten theirs yet, and so I'm going to wait until everyone gets theirs, and then I'll share it with you. But it's just really fun. All right, so we used, like I said, the Dainty Delight bundle, and the products that they got, let me move this, is they got, first of all, they got the Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. Now, this is a hot item. This was a celebration item, and they sold out. Luckily, I had grabbed enough before they sold out, so everyone in here got a half a pack of paper, so that was kind of exciting. They also got, I don't have a full roll, but I have, what I have left here is Night of Navy ribbon, and it's just really pretty, and it goes well with the Designer Series paper. They also got another item that could not be purchased anymore because these also sold out. But again, I did grab these before they were sold out, and they're adhesive backed Milky Dots. And boy, did they go nice with all the projects that we did. And then they also got a small blending brush. I put one of these in here. I was almost at my limit with the product that they got. And so they got one, and I really wanted to introduce them to this and some of the projects we use this. And it just shows how sometimes you just need a small amount of ink, and this works better for smaller areas than our larger brushes. So it all depends on what you're working on. All right, now for the projects, let me share with you. First of all, I put in a little treat for them. It's the Matchbox little Ghirardelli chocolate, and I always like to put a little treat in addition to what they get. So this is what the little perk was this month. So that was fun. And I figured it's cool enough still in Arizona, so it wasn't going to melt. And then there's a cute little butterfly on top, and then using again the Milky Dots that were in their little bundle. Okay, the first one is kind of like a panel card. Isn't that pretty? And you just cut apart those little pieces, and then they all kind of go together. You know, it's kind of like a mosaic thing. So that card, and then this one, and it looks like I splattered on here, but the paper was actually like that. Isn't that pretty? And then we use the dies too in the back, the vellum on there, and you can see the Milky Dots on there as well. It's such a pretty set if you like florals. And then this one's pretty fast and easy. The little oval speaks for itself, and you don't have to do too much other than add a little sentiment there. And then the last one I used, it's called Emboss Resist. So we embossed on white cardstock in white embossing powder, and then we use those blending brushes, and it just kind of picks up the paper and not the ink. So that's how we did that one. All right, that was it for projects. Now back to how this works. You can sign up anytime that you want. If you want to get in on the April projects, you will need to subscribe with the link that I'll put in the notes. And it has to be done by the 10th of the month. If you subscribe after the 10th, then it will roll over to the next month. Next month, we are going to be using the Something Fancy bundle. This has really nice sentiments. You'll have to take the time to read all of these. And then also, look at these dies. Oh my goodness, these are so awesome to work with. I've been playing with these for a couple weeks now, and there's just so many possibilities with this. So even if you don't care for sentiment sets, it's still going to be a great deal because you're going to get a discount on these if you decide to add these on to your club. And you can use these in so many different ways. So I just wanted to share that with you in case you're interested. And this is a recurring payment. So once you sign up, it'll automatically send to you, but you're in control of that and you can cancel at any time. Maybe you just want to try it 1 month and see what you get and then decide after that if you want to continue. There are no strings attached. You're in control of if you want to get it monthly or not. All right, I am ready to start our project for the last of the birthday series. And let me share with you the stamp set we're going to use. I think I told you last week, Joey had the cute little bag that we did with a card on the front. So this week, I'm going to use the same stamp set. And again, it's called Best Day. It's really cute for a birthday set. And then I want to show you in the catalog where I found the paper. It's again on that last page. This is where Joey used hers as well, and I just really liked it because it has a lot of bright colors, and for birthday you kind of want a little bit brighter, and for this more of a cutesy set, so that's why I reached for that one. And actually I'm using the same paper as I did last week because I didn't have the same paper that Joey used. So all right, we are going to start with polished pink cardstock, and I wrote on here where I scored it at. This is actually an 8.5 inch by 4 1/4 inch. And then I scored it on the long side at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. And let me grab my bone folder. So the way we're going to fold this is we're going to first do a mountain fold. Mountain fold means it goes up like a mountain like that. And then we're going to do a valley fold, which means it's going to be like a valley. And that one's just going to go in half. You see how it's a valley? So mountain, valley. And then I made sure it was okay to write on here because I am going to put a piece of cardstock on here. And this is called our 2022 to 24 in color glimmer paper. Look at this, is all I have left. I've used this up almost the whole pack. So I just thought these bright colors were really pretty for this card. And also I wanted to bring some bling out in this. Now this piece is cut at 4 inch by 4 inch. And this is Granny Apple Green, and it's got a little bit of an ombre look to it, so it's really gonna brighten and bling this card up. All right, now the next piece we're gonna put on is the front, and we are gonna use the Designer Series paper. I forgot to tell you the name of it. It's called Flowers and More. And oh, I can hardly even read this on the back here. I better just measure it here. It's hard to write on dark colored Designer Series paper. This is 4 inches by 1 7/8 inch. And we're just gonna adhere that to that little flap there. Whoops, let me get this going. Okay. And look at all the fun colors in here. That's why I chose this one. Lots of colors to work with. You can see the Granny Apple Green in there. Now we're gonna cut another piece of polished pink cardstock, and this color is going to be retiring. So you are going to want to grab this before it's gone, because once it's gone, it's not coming back. I know a lot of people wait kind of till the last minute and then it's gone and they can't get it. So don't wait on this, you guys. I just really advise you to get it while it's still there, because people will start trying to, take advantage and mark it up and stuff. So you might as well get it when you can at the retail price. All right, this is a 7 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, and I scored it at 2 3/4 and 4 7/8. And now we're going to kind of do the same thing. We're going to start opposite though. We're going to start with a mountain fold. I guess we started with a mountain fold the last one as well. And then we're going to do a valley fold over here. And then we are going to put a little piece of Designer Series paper over here. And this, I think, is 2.5 inches by 1 7/8. Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and put that on, and then we will start stamping here. But I just wanted to get these little things out of the way first. All right, now let's start with the little cat here. So we're going to take a 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch piece of basic white cardstock, and we also want Memento black ink. That's the ink that we can use with blends so that it doesn't bleed. So just center this. It's almost the same size, so you're going to want to go pretty close to the bottom. Hopefully the balloon is still on here. All right. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to stamp this again, but we're just going to stamp the little cupcake liner. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of basic white. Let me put this little mat down here so I don't get ink on here. And you really only need to ink up the cupcake liner part. And then when you stamp, just do you don't have to do the whole cat, just the liner. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and color this. And you don't have to color this one because this one's going to go on top of that one. So let me show you all the colors that I chose for this card. We're just going to use a teeny tiny bit of the basic black, and we have, oops, I guess I have two chrome cakes here. I have a light and a dark. One of the lights is going out a little bit, so I brought both of them here. And then Tahitian Tide and Polished Pink and Granny Apple Green, and I also have some Wink Estella. All right, that's all we really need to color because we are going to use this, but I want to show you a few different ways that we can kind of spice this up and make it a little more interesting. First of all, you could just put dimensionals on the back, and we'll pop it up, and you may, if you do that, you may want to just color the edges because you can kind of see a little bit underneath there, but we're not going to do that on this one, but you could do that. The next thing you could do is you could get your paper trimmer out, and you could use the scoring blade and go on each line on here. And this one takes a little bit of patience to do, but then you accordion fold it. So when it's done, it will look like this. And then doesn't that look like a paper liner? Oh my gosh, it's so similar. All right, then another way that you can do it is you can just take a ruler and a bone folder, and this might be the easier way rather than your paper trimmer, and just go over each line, and it's really fast and easy. The hardest part is just trying to fold these that are really close to the edge. It's hard to, fold that over. And the last way is a tool that Stampin' Up! Used to sell years and years ago, but I hung on to it because you never know when you might need an old tool. So do you remember our paper crimper? I still have mine. I'm pretty sure you can still buy these somewhere, but this is the fast and easy way to do it. You just stick it in here, and then you pinch it together, and then you roll it, and it crimps it. And doesn't that look like a cupcake liner? Oh, it's just really flimsy, and you can kind of maneuver it very easily. All right, now this is the one I'm going to use just because it was fast and easy. I am going to now take, I think, I used dimensionals on this, and this is why I love that edge that a lot of people just throw away, but I'm going to cut super skinny little dimensionals here, and because I want this to pop up, but I don't want to put a full dimensional on there. So I'm going to put it as close to the edge as I can. Whoops, if I can get it off my fingernail. I should use my take your pick tool. That's what these are good for. And then let's see. The backing came off of that one already. I think if you use the foam adhesive strips, that's going to be a little bit too thick, so we're just going to go like that. And I don't think you need that many. And then you can actually kind of bow it a little bit. Do you see that? I'm just kind of rounding it because for some reason this expands when you do that and it gets a little bit bigger. So we can give it kind of a bowed look here and it really stands out. Whoops, this one still has the back on. Hold on. Okay, let's get that little bow in there again. There we go. Now I'll show you the side view so you can see it. See how it kind of bows up like that? It really does look like he's in there. Isn't that cute? All right, now I'm going to use my liquid glue because I don't want to smash that. I should have put this on the card front first. So just add some adhesive there, or liquid glue, and let's bring the smaller piece out, and this is going to go on the front of our card. And it's cut, I think this is called a double Z fold. It's a fun fold. So that's going to go on that spot. Then we're going to do another piece of basic white cardstock. This is 2.5 by 1 7/8. And I always recommend stamping first, because if you get a blob or mess up, you always have the other side, which in this case I don't, but I just wanted to show you how I normally stamp before I put it on the card in case of mistakes. And let's see, I think I'm going to use Tahitian Tide ink. And I'm going to use Wishing You All the Wishes. And basically, I'm using this because none of the other sentiments fit on this tiny little piece. So that's really the reason that I'm doing that. But they're all cute sayings. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of confetti just to bring a little more color in here. And let's use the polished pink. Again, I remind you that this is retiring, and so it's not going to be available forever. Once it's gone, it's gone. There we go. I must have just re-inked that because that's really dark, but that's all right. All right, and then I'm just going to use liquid glue because it's here. Wish you could see the mess on the sides here. Oh my goodness. Good thing all you see is this. I should snap a photo of the mess that I have here. That's sometimes why I can't find anything. All right, now we are ready to put this on our larger piece of cardstock. All right, so aren't these fun colors? The first thing we're going to do is we want to adhere this to the front like that. Now, when you put the adhesive down, you only want to put it on this part because, you don't want to have it glued to this part, otherwise it won't move. So I think I'm going to get out I'll just use liquid glue. So I'm probably going to go about, actually I think I should put this one on first because this one is totally centered in the middle. So in that case, don't mind me, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because it sticks a little bit better to the kind of the glimmer here. So let's go with that. And you want to center that, as I said, from the fold, this piece here, just center that. And I think that looks pretty good. All right, now we're going to have this just fold how you scored it, and then we want to tuck this down, and then that's where it needs to go. Good thing I didn't do that, because if I would have done this first, this probably would not have been centered. So it's good to start with this piece. All right, now we can put the adhesive on here, and I think I'm going to use this again because it's a little bit stronger. And then just fold it down because you want that to lie flat in the envelope. All right, there we have it. We're not quite done yet, but can you see the double Z fold? Isn't that cool? All right, now we need to add a little bit more embellishment here. We're going to put a bow on here. So what I chose was I took the two main colors here, which is polished pink, and I just tied a basic bow there. But then I took our pretty Tahitian Tide, which again brings the bling out, and we're going to put both of these on here. All I did was I pulled the loops a little bit larger on the underneath one that's smaller in width. And I'm going to put this down with a glue dot. Isn't that pretty? This is a nice ribbon. I don't see it used as much, but get the right card and style and it really goes well. And it's all right if it hangs over the card. It's actually kind of cute because it'll all tuck in the envelope. And then let's put one more on here. And the loops will be a little bit smaller, so you'll be able to see both of them. We'll go like this. There we go. And there you have our cute little blingy birthday card. You could keep adding. I thought about adding, I forgot to add Wink of Stella. We're going to shimmer up that balloon a little bit. But I thought about adding some maybe rhinestones or, our dots that are these colors. But I thought, oh, I'm kind of getting a little bit overkill. So I think less is more as far as added embellishments. But I hope you like that. And it's just another one of those little fun folds. Thank you so much for joining me, especially for the 6 weeks of birthdays. It was really fun. And then now we'll get back to all kinds of cards. I do want to point out that I do have a host code here. If you would like to order anything, please go to my link that I'll put in the comments area. And then if you use the host code, and if your order is over $50, then I will send you a thank you card in the mail along with some Stampin' Up! Product as my way of saying thank you so much for your order. Well, happy shopping. The new catalog is about to begin, and I hope that you all have your hands on a catalog pretty soon. If you do need a catalog, just shoot me a text or an email or get a hold of me, and I'll let you know how we can get that done. All right, you guys take care, and we will see you next Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Arizona time. I will have a lot to share because I had my retreat this past weekend, and I am dying to share with you all the products and little goodies that we had. But I needed to get this last birthday card in before, now that this series is over. All right, we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.